Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss another problem, but before going forward, if you've not liked the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So without any further ado, let's get started. So problem is expression contains redundant bracket or not. Very easy problem. Let's see. So we'll be given a string of balanced expression and we need to find if it contains redundant parentheses or not. What is redundant parentheses? A redundant set of parentheses are redundant if the same sub-expression is surrounded by unnecessary or multiple brackets. Same expression is surrounded by multiple or unnecessary brackets. Print yes if redundant, else print no. Right. So let's see these test cases which are given to us. So for example, over here, if we see this test case, here this a plus b is between these brackets. That is correct. But then again, we have these opening and closing brackets which are redundant. Like there is no need of these brackets, right? So here there are redundant brackets which are these. Hence we'll print yes. Now over here, what we will do in this test case, if you see this and this opening and this closing is fine because we have expression inside. But if you see this opening and this closing, here this B is a single letter, right? Like it's a single operand. There is no expression inside, just this B is here, like inside these brackets. If we write like if this test case we have this, it is like this, na A B, we have like this. So even if we remove these brackets, there will be no effect. So we can write it like this also, na. So these brackets are redundant. These are redundant. So we will print yes. There are redundant brackets. Yes. If we see this test case, over here if you see these outer brackets, these are fine because there is expression inside. But and over here these brackets we have, these are also fine because we have this expression inside. So there is no redundant bracket in this one, hence we will print no, that there are no redundant brackets, which is fine. Right, so just pause the video and try to think from these test cases what observation you can make, that when brackets are redundant and when brackets are not redundant. So I hope you are getting some idea. Let's see over for this test case. So over here if we see, here in these brackets, here over inside these brackets there is no expression. There is no expression. Expression meaning there is no operator. There is no operator. There is only this operand B. Operator means plus, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Here inside these brackets there is no operator, no expression. So these brackets are redundant. If we see this test case, let's say we have this. We have A plus B minus C, something like this we have. Now over here, these outer brackets are not redundant. These are not redundant because we have this whole expression inside, and these brackets are also not redundant because we have this expression inside. That is, we have operator. We have operator. So those are not redundant. Not redundant. So I hope you understood what we will be doing between any opening and closing, right? So what our approach will be? Our approach will be that we have an opening, we have closing. So between one opening and closing, if there is any operator, if operator is there, then they are not redundant. But if operator is not there, they are redundant. Right. So let's see how we will check this. Let's see the dry run. So first of all, Let's see what we'll do is we will see for this test case. So this test case is A plus B multiplication C. So what will we will do is we will take a stack. We'll take a stack, right? And what we will do is we will start traversing this string. So we get an opening bracket, we push it into the stack. Then we get a operand, we just push it in the stack. We get an operator, we push it in the stack. Then we get an opening bracket again, we just push it in the stack. Then we get operand again, so we'll just push it in the stack. Now if you see, we get a closing bracket. We get a closing bracket. So when we get a closing bracket, we have to check. We have to check between this closing and this opening, that is this opening, is there any operator in between or not? Is there any operator or not? So what we will do is, when we get a closing bracket, we will start popping from the stack. We will start popping. We will start popping from stack, and we will check whether there is an operator between this closing and this opening or not. Whether there is operator or not. Right? So what we will do, let's say we will have a while loop. We'll have a while loop in which we will check the top element of the stack every time. We will check the top. This while loop will run until top is not equal to opening bracket. Until top is not equal to opening bracket. What we will do is we will keep popping from the stack and we will check whether there is operator or not. So let's say over here in the starting we take a variable flag. Initially let's take it as true. So if an operator is there, we will change this flag to false. So over here if you see, this is closing, we check this is not an operator, pop it. This is opening, we pop it. Now we did not got any operator, na? So our flag after this while loop, our flag will still be true. So if flag value is still true, it means that we did not got any operator here, because if operator was there, then flag we have turned to false. But since flag is true, means we did not got any operator between this closing and this opening. So we do not got any operator, hence these brackets are redundant. So if flag is still true after this while loop, if flag is still true, means return yes. That is these are redundant brackets. These are redundant. Right? Let's see for one more test case. We'll better understand. So for this test case, let's see for this test case. So test case is A plus B multiplication C minus D. Let's say this. So what we have is we take a stack again. So we get an opening bracket, we just push it into the stack, we get A, we push it into the stack, then plus B, these we push it into the stack, then we get multiplication, push it in the stack, then we get an opening bracket. We get an opening bracket, we push it in the stack, then we get C, we push it in the stack, then we get minus, we push it into the stack, right? Then we get D, we push it into the stack. Now we get a closing bracket. See, now we get a closing bracket. So we will pop from the stack until we get an opening bracket. Until we get an opening bracket, which is this one. And we will check whether there is an operator or not between this closing and this opening. So let's pop. We will take a flag. Initially, we'll take it as true. We'll have that while loop. And if the operator comes, then we will change flag to false. So let's pop. First of all, D is there, just pop it. Now we get minus. So this is the operator. So flag will turn to false. Right? And then we will pop these leftovers. So these will be popped from the stack. And see, flag is turned to false, means we got an operator. Flag is not true, so we got an operator. So these brackets are not redundant. These are not redundant. Now we'll again go forward. So after this, we get this again. We again get closing bracket. So we will start popping from the stack. We got a operator. First of all, this flag will again be set to true. It will be again set to true for this one, this iteration. Now we get a operator again, so flag will turn to false. Hence, these brackets, this bracket and this bracket is also not redundant because there is at least one operator there. We pop this, pop this, pop this until we get opening bracket. We keep popping. So, I hope you understood how the approach is working, how the dry run is there working. Let's see the code once. So, see what we are doing in code. We have this function find redundant, in which we are checking the redundancy. If the answer is true, means there are redundant brackets, else there are not redundant. So let's see what is happening in this check redundancy. See, over here we have this string. So what we are doing, we are taking a stack. What we did, if you remember what we did, we have taken a stack and we are going to each character on the stack in the string. So if the character is equal to closing bracket, if the character was coming out to be closing bracket, we do something, right? We do something. But if it's not closing bracket, we just simply push it to the stack. Like we got opening, we get operand, we get operator. So what we were doing, we're just simply pushing into the stack. Now let's see what happens if we get the closing bracket. So when we get the closing bracket, we have taken this flag, initially set to true. Then we are running this while loop until stack is not empty and the top of the stack is not equal to opening bracket. So we are going on till we did not get the opening bracket. We'll be checking if the top is operator. If the top is operator, change the flag to false, means we got an operator, and then pop it. So if after this while loop, if the flag is still true, means we did not got any operator, hence these brackets are redundant. Return true. So here true will be returned and here true. These are redundant. Yes. Otherwise, you can return false at the end after this for loop is complete. So I hope you understood how the code is working and what's the approach. Time complexity, let's see that. So what we are doing over here is time complexity will be O of n, because we are going to each character in the string. So where n is the length of string, and space complexity will be also O of n, because we are taking a stack. So I hope you understood the problem and the approach. Let me know in the comments if you have any doubt. And if you found the video helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.